So you just wrote this song and it sounds great, and you can't wait to share it with the world and to record it. And maybe you're like me in the past, that the song tends to get stuck inside a computer and never be released, or if it gets released, it takes a very long time. So I realized that we have to kind of find some kind of structure or some kind of routine or something that will help us get us to where we want to go. You like our favorite artists who have like this consistent produce of their songs or their music on a high level. That's what we want to aim for too, right? And I've discovered that this key to the kingdom is actually just 3 simple steps that we kind of have to follow. The first one we already did is to write the song. Okay, so that one is done. The second step, which is the most important one, is to make the pre-production and to make it as soon as possible as we wrote it. And I will come back to that. And the third step is just to make the final production and to release it. So this second point that I want to talk about on this video and share my journey here is about the pre-production and why is it so important. Because once we wrote the song, that's the time when the song has the most potency to become something great. Because that's when we feel most passionate about it, when we feel the emotion behind the lyrics most. And if we let time float by like weeks or months or even years, that emotion and passion most likely is going to fade away. And we will not have the same steam and energy when we record it. So that's why my suggestion is that as soon as we've written the song, the quicker we can come into the computer and start doing the pre-production, the better. And also, don't take too many days to kind of make this pre-production, but try to get it done in like maximum a week or so. Because once that pre-production is done, I can say we're already 80% of all the way. So that last 20% is just to take the pre-production and turn it into the finished result. Okay, so how then do we do the pre-production? This is what we're gonna explore in this video, and I did a previous video what I called Just Wrote a Song and What to Do Next, where I share how we can get started. So we start with a scratch track and record the whole song from start to finish. That will be the like foundation to build the pre-production on. And then we kind of start somewhere. I usually start with the intro and build that one first. And once the intro is finished, then we can go on to the verses, and we kind of loop the sections around and try different ideas like bass lines, how the guitar is going to play, if there's going to be some pads, how is the groove going to be, and so on. And just let it be a creative journey of exploration to let the song find its signature sound of, okay, I like this kind of drum kit I'm going to use, this kind of groove, and so on. And it's a very fun creative journey. Like you have the song and you go in and you kind of start with the intro and kind of let that build into the verse, and that will build into like different ideas will lead to other ideas and so on. So if you haven't seen my first video, I recommend you go back and watch it, about where I did the intro for the song, and then come back here and we're gonna do the verses. Okay, so let's go inside and explore. Alright, so we're inside DAW and I use Logic here. but you can use any program that you like. Okay. But I guess I want to say first is that when we do this pre-production phase, it's not that we have to get everything perfect or we like tweak things like, you know, in absurdum, but it's rather about you kind of try to have a momentum going and kind of try things out and find ideas, and this is nice, and kind of keep on moving. So we don't need to do too much editing or like tuning or, you know, get stuck in details, but it's rather about like sketching, right? But still we want to sketch and try to find the sound or whatever, you know, that kind of really capture the songs best. So it's always good to have, you know, your gear ready, set up already, like the guitars and the microphones and, you know, the sounds. So everything is like easy access to get into the music, right? So in the previous video we did the intros. It sounds like this. All right. And the beautiful thing is about like once we have the intro and we kind of find some ingredients here, we can kind of, you know, recycle these ingredients throughout the song. So for instance, this bass line here. And this electric plucked guitar. Let's see. Or the organ. So yeah, so now we're gonna jump into the next part, like here comes my verses. It's gonna be verse 1 and 2. So let's just start and listen how this sounds as it is to verse 1. I've fallen behind that finish line, so distant now. I started out. Okay, so we can tell that this verse sounds fine as it is, right? It's only the drums, the lead vocal, and the piano. So it doesn't need anything else. It's kind of just beautiful as it is. From this little bit more things happening in this intro, and kind of this verse comes in and the focus becomes on the lead vocal, and it's more intimate and more dry, right? I've fallen behind that finish line. Right? So sometimes less is more, right? And what we want to try to aim for is always to kind of keep the song, you know, having some kind of contrast so it doesn't sound the same all the time. So like this kind of goes, you know, all this takes out, and once this second verse come, then yeah, like most of these guys can come back in, right? And maybe even something extra. So let's see what could this second verse actually need, right? In terms of contrast to the first one. So distant now, I started out. All right, we kind of want, and this is something that we can explore, and we try things out, and okay, yeah, this works, maybe not, and we try something else. But I feel that this electric guitar definitely can come back, and also this like fills. I will play it different, but we can just hear how they work together with the vocal. Just copy and paste. The bass is gonna not work as well, since it's gonna be more. It's gonna take too much attention from the vocal, so I will do the bass again. The organ definitely can come back, right? So we can take just these three guys, copy them, and let them come back, right? I started out so full of life, legs getting tired, heart's getting heavy. But okay, so we kind of need to redo the electric guitar, so we'll do that. All right, so yeah, so let's see what we can do with the electric guitar here. So the approach is just kind of to loop things around, try things out until we find something that works, right? And it doesn't really have to be complicated or fancy. Even, I'm not really like electric guitar player. I'm more like maybe piano player, some acoustic guitar. But still we can kind of get something going with just some simple melodic lines, right? So it's just about finding some notes that kind of fit. Right? And it can be even more simple than that. Alright, so also if you don't really play electric guitar but you play acoustic, then might as well just get an electric, and it doesn't have to be a fancy electric either. It can be, something that's decent and that you kind of like to play. Yeah, but I also use mainly clean tones here, and not too much reverb, just a little bit. Okay, so let's try just loop things around and see what we can discover. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired, and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. That was nice. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired, and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. Yeah, so you kind of something like that. So whatever kind of keep it simple and melodic, like filling in between the lead voice, right? And when we feel ready, we just kind of hit the record button and see what we can play. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired, and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. I started out so full of life, I started out so full of life, legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. Right, so I think that last take was fine, right? So we don't really need to have it like 100% there. It's just we get pretty close to how we kind of like it to sound, final result, like 80%. Then it's good to go. So just listen. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. Yeah, awesome, right? I like it. And the thing is that we're not really doing a whole lot of stuff, you know. It's just this drum beat and the piano just playing some sustained chords. And it's just, you know, arpeggiated guitar on the left side, and then you have this guitar. And the organ kind of feeling that, you know, pad-like quality of keeping it like lush and a little bit fuller, right? And then we just have the drums. And I'm just using a Logic drum beat here. Let's just have it, things keep it going, and then down the line when most are finished, I'm just gonna re-record with the MIDI drums to make it my own way. But this kind of works all the way down to, you know, when everything else is tracked, right? Okay, so let's see what else we can do. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep. Right, so it's just this electric bass, right? That once, and we, you know, we don't want to play it like we did in the intro, right? Because then it would grab too much attention from the vocal. So instead we just go down here to the lower. It can be a similar rhythm somehow. Or even simpler it can be. Right, all right. And even if you don't play electric bass, you can still do, you know, MIDI bass. But I say if you play guitar, you might as well get an electric because it kind of sounds more realistic, I say. And it's quite fun too to play. And it's not so difficult actually. Or, I mean, unless you want to go to be like a real bass player, but just playing some simple. All right, so let's loop things around and see what we can do with the bass. All right. I started out life. Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. I started out so full of life. Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but yeah, so I like that. Just almost playing the same as I did in the intro, but just one octave down. It sounds great. So let's record this. So distant now. I started out so full of life. Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. I started out so full of life. Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. Alright, something like that, right? I started out so full of life. Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but and then comes the chorus. So I think we have most what we kind of need for the verse, right? But we can add. It's kind of a little bit still same-ish as here almost, right? So we kind of want to add something more to the table to kind of, so the listener doesn't feel, oh yeah, it sounds kind of the same, right? So what can we add more? Yeah, once again, it could be something simple. Nothing doesn't have to be something fancy or complicated. Just something that brings something new. And what I'm sensing could work could be just some melodic line with like a pad or a soft brass, like similar to this pad we had down here. So I just copy that and take out the EQ and just see. So it could be something like, I started out so full of life. Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. Right? I just play a few long held single notes, right? That kind of and what we do when we is to find the right ones is you don't have to move around the keyboard so much. So I don't do like, it's more like those three notes, right? And that's all we need. So let's record that one. So distant now. I started out so full of life. Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. That will kind of lead into the chorus too. So you can also, of course, so this slash, then I kind of automated the volume at the same time. But you can, of course, just you do this latch after you record this thing, and just ride the volume, right? And hit the play button, and then the latch will record, so you can see it's gonna move, right? Legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired. Yeah, I'd say it sounds fine already. So, yeah, a simple soft warm pad or a soft brass can be really nice to add. So yeah, we kind of came to the finish line so far, and so we made the intro. Yeah, and we don't have a lot of tracks. It's just like, drums, the lead vocal, and there's no plugins on the vocal. It's just a dry vocal, and they have the scratch and the Stiva soft brass for the melody. And just like a pad. And then we have 2 electric guitars, one on each side, doing different things, and the electric guitar and 1 organ just doing, and the piano. So it's like, yeah. Of course, it's gonna be later on as it builds. It's gonna be more tracks coming in, or more guitars and so on. Acoustic guitar probably. But for starting, I think we have all the ingredients for the rest of the song. We have when we come this far and find something that works here, the rest is gonna be so much easier, I say. So try this with your own song, and please comment and subscribe for more videos like this. If you have any questions or any like feedback or any requests or wishes, I'm happy to respond to that. But also, I do have the full course with this song, doing this exact same thing all the way through. So if you're curious and interested to check out more, just follow the link in the description, and you can come there and see the whole, explore this whole course with this song, and like a soft brass here doing just the piano, and just 1 single note on the pad here, very subtle. The bass here. First verse. Falling behind that finish line. Only piano, vocal, and drums, right? So distant now. And the other guys come back. I started out so full of life, legs getting tired and heart's getting heavy, but I keep on going, keep on going, keep on moving to good luck with your own music, and hopefully I'll see you in another video, and yeah, all the best.